feeling it to heal it is something that I had been missing in my practice. So when it comes to our mind negative beliefs or negative emotions, I did not have a philosophy or a practice that helped me directly face it, like face the repressed or suppressed or projected parts of me, the parts of my shadow, to feel it, to heal it, and to integrate it. And radical forgiveness is the modality that has helped me do that. It was introduced to me by my coach that I work with, who is my accountability partner as well. And he was kind enough to hold space for me to go through that process. And I would be honored to hold that space for you as well. So if one-on-one space coaching around radical forgiveness is something that you're looking for, the details are in the description below. You can fill the form below and get in touch. So going on to what this means. So when it comes to the negative emotions or the core negative beliefs, these are generally formed in our childhood through the experience that we have, through very visceral experience that we have. But as a child, we feel very helpless and hopeless. And because of this, based on what is happening around us, we create an interpretation or story of it, and based on what we are feeling, and we have some conclusions around it, which are generally look like these: that I am not loved, I am not good enough, I should have been a boy, I should have been a girl, I must obey or suffer, no one will love me, no one is there for me. These are generally the common negative beliefs that a child starts to adopt, and that becomes the part of his reality for the rest of his life. And what happens is that person continues to feel or continues to attract different people and different situations even later in life that trigger the same negative beliefs and emotions. And unless you feel it and heal it, it will keep happening. It will keep happening. Once you feel it and heal it, it's like you go to the next level. Now what happens is that your lack of resistance towards these feelings and beliefs actually helps you to move forward. The thing is, as part of the ego or as part of the human experience, we have these negative emotions, negative emotions or emotions of separation, like loneliness, like depression, like anxiety, like guilt, like shame, like feeling cornered, trapped, feeling unloved. These are all part of the human experience. Our resistance to feeling them is what gives them power, because what we resist persists. Our true nature as divinity, as pure love, as pure possibility, as pure abundance, has the ability to hold space for these emotions. I've been recently following Peter Crone as well, and he very beautifully said this in the podcast about loneliness. What is loneliness? Loneliness is an ask for love. What it's asking is for companionship. It's not actually to be with other people, but to be with it. Say that it's okay. It's okay to feel lonely and to feel it, to be part of it, to be with it. It could look like you're sitting on a couch with it. It could look like you're sitting silently in a corner with it. But once you feel it and integrate it as a part of you, and you no longer have resistance to feeling it, the irony is that he says in reality, people will start to come more towards you and come to be with you, because it is an inherent part of the human experience that you have integrated, that they feel as well. So they feel that completeness and wholeness in your energy, which they want to experience as well. Right? So all these emotions, all these human emotions, even after you go through the process, we will have these emotions that come up because they are an intrinsic part of the human experience. As you go through different situations and challenges, you will feel, if you are away from people, you will feel lonely. If you're feeling like you're doing something wrong, you will feel guilty. The difference is, once you have felt it, integrated it as a part of you, What I mean by felt it is just being with it, just allowing it to come up, just sitting with it, not doing anything to run away from it or to suppress it or anything like that. Just letting it come up is what I mean by feel it and integrate it. Integrate it means let it go through till it to feel it till it loses its power or its intensity. That's what I mean by integrate. Okay. That's it. There's nothing complicated about it. So the irony is that once you do that, when the next time a situation elicits that emotion, you do not go into survival, which means you do not freeze, you do not fight, or you do not try to run away from that emotion. You can actually feel it and still take action, still move forward. You can still do the thing that you want to do. As opposed to when you do not feel these emotions, when you're running away from these emotions, it puts you either go into freeze, into fight or flight when these emotions come up, and then you are paralyzed to do what you want to do, right? And to fully express yourself and loving and accepting all parts of yourself. Okay, so radical forgiveness is also about loving and accepting all parts of you. One element is about the emotions and negative beliefs. Another element is about your judgments of yourself. So you write down things like, I don't like that I am. It embarrasses me that I am, or I wish I was not so. And for each of these things, you start with a place of first acceptance, which through saying that it's okay that I feel this. It's fine that I am boring. I accept that I'm not good at conversations. And that's the first step of accepting these aspects of yourself. That is true love. True love is accepting all parts of yourself, dropping judgment to all parts of yourself. First, that love and acceptance of all parts of yourself, the parts that you feel are not good enough, that do not belong, that will separate you from society. When you bring love and acceptance to that part, that is when you embody true love. And that's when you attract experiences and people that are attracted to your true essence, and that's when you can find true meaning and connection and intimacy. When you're not coming from that space, there is mask here and there is a mask there. So actual true intimacy and connection is not possible. That's the part. That's the problem. So love and acceptance of all parts of yourself that you feel that you do not like, all the emotions and all the good beliefs, and also love and acceptance of these parts of these behaviors in others, giving them the gift of no change, loving and accepting those parts in others as well. That is true love. And from that space is when that's a space of true freedom. And from there, you can create new possibilities. So that has been my journey. And it's a joy to go through the process yourself. It's a joy to hold space for someone else to go through the process. If this is something that you want to experience, to click on the form below and sign up.